Hey guys, Logan here with Presently Impermanent, and this is the final video of the 7 chakra system. We are going to be covering the 7th chakra, the crown chakra, today. Now, I am going to dive in pretty quickly. I know most of the other videos we talk about all the aspects and stuff. This one is pretty simple. The crown chakra rests on the top of your head. If you're doing a meditation, sometimes you can just visualize light entering here, or you can actually feel a crown of energy around your head. All you really need to do with this to open it up and to feel it is close your eyes, visualize light entering the top of your head. Now, the interesting thing about this chakra, I know we talked about in the last video, the third eye. The organ for the third eye is the pituitary gland, and with some speculation, the pineal gland. Well, in the text I read, they say the pineal gland is the 7th chakra. It doesn't matter that much if you know the organ or you want to argue about which one it is. What matters most is that the 7th chakra, the crown chakra, is your connection to spirituality and the divine. And so, let me just look at my notes here. This is going to be responsible for the types of spirits and spiritual beliefs, programming your belief system. Also, these can sometimes hold you hostage. So, what that means is if you have a specific belief about spirituality or God, that's going to affect how you show up in the world. And a lot of times, a lot of the people I talk to, they're held hostage by their beliefs because they will be talking about something related to God or spirituality, but maybe they are very confused about it, and so they will speak about something, but they won't really have conviction in it. And as I've connected more and more to the chakra systems and my own spirituality, I have had more and more and more and more and more conviction in God. For me, my spirituality and my belief in God and the divine is stronger than it's ever been. I've never been this convicted with it. And you guys will see it in my videos. The more I talk about it, the more I believe, the stronger that conviction gets, because I can see it everywhere now. The more I've opened my body up, my vessel up, the more I believe. And a lot of people who are walking around atheist or whatever religion or attachment they have to a certain identity, you can see a lot of people, they will somewhat believe in something. They will identify as a Christian. They will identify as a Catholic, a Muslim. But then they're not convicted enough to actually practice it. And so you can see people who are saying they're one thing, but they're not really connected. And I'm sure you have probably had experiences with people where they appear to be more divine, and by that I mean they appear to be more connected to something bigger, and usually you can just see that in the person's presence. If you have a spiritual belief that you're always taken care of and that this existence is not meaningless, you'll show up differently. The other thing, how you project your image of the divine and spiritual self into the world, the religion you follow, and the values you live. Now, this is interesting. So, a lot of people who are religious, you can see them running around telling everyone that you should follow Jesus. And the more mature religious people, you'll find that they don't preach to anyone. They just live it. And the interesting thing is, the people who are living it usually attract more people. And there's something to be said about people who go to other countries and they provide a bunch of health care and help to people, but it's interesting because there's a undercover contract with a lot of religion. I'm going to go and I'm going to help people on a mission, but the mission is actually just to convert people. It sounds like military. I'm on a mission. I'm on a mission to convert people to something they don't currently believe in. Versus, I'm a spiritual person, I believe in a religion, and I live my life that way, so people just come to me. So that's a really interesting concept that I've been learning and stepping into more. I've been religious before. I was a newborn Christian, and there's nothing wrong with religion. I just think we have to be very careful about following dogma. And dogma comes in the form of cramming things down people's throats rather than being the lighthouse. When someone's in a dark storm and you just shine the light, they come to you. You don't need to preach that Jesus is the Savior if you live like Jesus. People just want to be a part of it. And if they see very good people and people who essentially create a gap for them, where they can see that you're living such a beautiful life because you have a strong spiritual or religious practice, they will want to be a part of that. The other thing, if healthy, your spiritual beliefs and discipline will match your purpose and the divine's desires for you. If not, there will be discord. This is a little more nuanced and complicated, but this is exactly what we were just talking about, is people who are saying that they believe in something, but then they're not actually doing it. There's a woman I know, she talks about this church she goes to all the time in Brazil, and she's telling everybody that they need to go there. And then you go out to dinner with her and you notice that she's like drinking a bunch, she's going and partying super late, probably hooking up with guys. And she's telling everyone she's a super godly woman. So it's really interesting. It's like she's going and learning about concepts from the Bible or wherever she's going and learning concepts from. And then she doesn't actually have the discipline to follow through with what's being said. So it's really important, if you're going to be spiritual or religious, that you put your money where your mouth is. You can't be telling people you believe in Jesus and then you're going around doing drugs every weekend. And you can say, oh yeah, like Jesus will forgive me. There's always a way out. But it's like, what would Jesus do? He probably wouldn't be doing what you're doing. And so it's a connection to the discipline of like, I believe in this thing and I'm going to do the practices. And I'm by no means here trying to preach or anything. It might come across that way, but I have to work on this all the time. All the time. It's like, I believe in Buddhism and Buddhist practices, but I fall out of my meditations. I believe in Jesus, and there's many days I don't read the Bible. And so there's not ever like a strict rule that you have to follow, but it's what I'm realizing is I keep on being reminded that it's extremely important for me to have a spiritual practice. And if that's my core value, or one of my core values, to have a spiritual practice, and I'm not practicing it, I'm out of alignment. And if that's something that is important to me and I'm out of alignment, then I'm going to be out of alignment with God's plan. And if we're out of alignment with God's plan, we do not get to experience the full beauty of life. So that's really important. And then the final little part I have here is reflecting how you carry out your spiritual beliefs. So it's all pretty much the same as what was said before, but the crown chakra is really interesting. I used to work in the health space with holistic healing. I'm still in that space, just slightly different. I'm doing more body work now. But the interesting thing is, a lot of the people who I used to work with related to like skin and autoimmune diseases, a lot of them had a really hard time believing in a higher power. And a lot of the people that I talked to, they would say they believed in God or they're agnostic. They believe in something bigger, but they didn't have a practice related to it. They didn't have like a practice to connect deeper to themselves. And so when that happens, like for me, for example, when I had eczema, I was almost pretty much an atheist. And I was still a little bit on the teeter-totter of being agnostic, believing there was a higher power, but I wasn't doing anything to confirm that belief. Like I wasn't actively like, oh yeah, let's try and get closer to God, or let's try and get closer to that one truth in the universe. I was just going through the motions, and there comes a time when someone goes through enough pain where they start having to believe in something bigger. Like the amount of people that I've been able to help on their journey with healing or becoming more empowered. Most of the time, these people, if if they listen to what I say, they end up believing in God. Like if they do the work that's necessary in order to become more connected with themselves, it's nearly impossible to not believe in God. And the people I've worked with who haven't gotten results, although it's been few, they are usually people who are running away from going deeper inside of themselves. And so that is it with the chakra series. I'm happy to be able to share this knowledge with you guys. There is a lot more to come related to all types of things, spiritual and philosophical. If you guys want, or if you guys have any requests related to video topics, maybe even something specific that you're going through, I'll be happy to make a video. I make videos every day. And so there's never an end of inspiration for me. And you viewers that are on my channel now, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate all of you. I'm at 50 subscribers right now as of this recording. And I looked at it, and it's really interesting because I had a YouTube channel before. I got to about 2,000 subscribers. I put in a lot of work. I did like 88 videos. And for me, at that time in my life, there was never enough. I needed more. If I got to 10, 15, 20, 100,000 subscribers, it wouldn't have been enough. There was such a void inside my existence. And now I'm at 50, and I'm having more fun at 50 than I was at 2,000. And that has so much to do with my connection to the divine now. And it's very fitting that I'm talking about this on the final video where we're talking about divinity and your connection to spirituality with the 7th chakra. So I will probably make a video in the future related to how you can tie all these things together with your practice with chakras. Find the one that you feel resonates the most with you, where there might be an area of weakness that you want to work on, and start there. Or if you don't really know what that is, start with the throat chakra. Go to video 5 or 5th chakra, throat chakra. Start there. Pick up the book Awakening the Third Eye, and then you'll have essentially 3 chakras you can work on. You can start with the throat friction, and then go to the third eye, and then go to the heart, and then you can actually do all 7 because you'll have a stronger understanding of what it actually feels like to feel your chakras. So that is all for today. If you guys are interested in working with me at a higher capacity, I have a monthly membership right now. We got a Telegram group with some friends in it, and if you want to join and be a member of my close community, I'm in there providing help for people every single day in whatever you need. Obviously, I'm not going to come over to your house and do your dishes, but if you have questions about specific things in your life, and ultimately the community we have right now is a group of amazing people that's there to help people level up their level of consciousness so that they can enjoy life more. So if that's something you're interested in, click the link below. I also have the personality tests as well, which are really, really helpful to put you on your path and help you understand yourself more. So if you're interested in any of that, click the link, and I'll see you tomorrow. Late.